Hello and welcome. Today we'll be talking about goggles, clothing, and gloves and footwear. Visors and goggles. The purpose of various types of visor and goggles, and you have the visor on the full face and sometimes on 3/4, but then you have, options to wear when you have a 3/4 helmet without a visor and you wear goggles, or this guys here. This is a clear one made especially for motorcycles. This was purchased at a Harley-Davidson dealer, cheap enough. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that. And then, well, this is not a cheapie, but it's a wraparound sunglasses. And this one here is a prescription one that I had made for me. People will wear wraparound sunglasses or clear goggles like this one, especially at night. Anyway, so you have this, and this guy here sort of wraps around my eye so dust won't come in, and it kind of protects you from the cold and the wind and everything. So it's a pretty good option. This guy here that you can wear at night, and it does the same job. The best thing for you to clean these things, and they're plastic, most of them. Microfiber fabric, one of those nice yellow ones, but they're the best ones, and it's essentially just use water. But you can use a product called Fast Glass by a company, Glymer. And never use soap, wash-up liquid, the kitchen soap. Never use that because they have salt mixed up with it, and it's an abrasive, and when you use that particular type of soap, it scratches up the glasses. If you wash with wash-up liquid and put it against the sun, you see all the scratches on it. So the best thing is warm water. Anyway, that's for goggles, and you can use an anti-fog spray, which is Rain X. Now, that's pretty much it for goggles. The next thing is clothing, geared towards motorcycling. Some people get carried away and they dress like a banana. And it's yellow from head to toe, yellow helmet, yellow leather jacket, yellow pants, and they might as well go for yellow boots too. So, no, you don't need all that. You need to be visible. A common knowledge about being visible is wear a white helmet, or helmet that has a combination of yellow and white, but mostly a white helmet. Black helmets, they may look cool and everything, but they're not the most visible type of helmets, and not safety orientated, to be honest, because if people don't see you, you might as well be a target. And the other option that you have is it's called the Sam Brownie belt. It's like a belt that goes across your chest. It's the same type that Miss Universe wears. So, but it's kind of funny, but the thing is that you can wear that over a nice piece of leather jacket, and when you come home, all you have to do is take the Sam Brownie belt off and take your wife to dinner. You don't need to undress yourself and change your clothes completely, because it's something specifically for motorcycling. So some of those clothing can cost as much as 1,000 euros or more. So this is a nice compromise, put it this way, and very affordable. There are different types of protective clothing. Of course, you have one piece. It's like a one-piece suit. A two-piece suit essentially is a good pair of jeans or leather pants, leather jacket, and proper motorcycle boots. Well, leather over synthetic clothing. Leather, I think, in my opinion, is warmer. But when you have Gore-Tex and microfiber combined and stuff, you can pretty much stay warm. This is the kind of thing that I not just used to ride a motorcycle with. I'm going to just kind of like bring it up and show it to you. This is a nice old Harley Davidson jacket that I suppose I used to wear. I don't know if I can still wear this because it's kind of heavy these days under my condition, but it doesn't mean that I won't give it a shot. Effects of being cold and wet and how this can affect a rider's concentration opposed to being warm. Well, one thing, you never want to be so cold on a motorcycle that it could develop hypothermia. It's always important that you actually are a little overheated than cold. Not too overheated, because that's an opposite effect as well. And then you start dehydrating a lot, and then all of a sudden you pass out. The value of using thermal underwear. You have options. So you can wear thermal underwear under your jeans. Instead of wearing underwear, you just use the thermal all the way from your ankles to your neck. But then you have something like this. This in particular happens to be an electric sort of a ski pants. But there are some British stores in Ireland that sell ski pants for about 40, 50 quid. You don't have to really, buy the 100, 200 quid, versions of it. But you get a good set of ski pants that go over your jeans. And that will protect you from the cold pretty much around 0 to maybe minus 2 degrees or so. Not that much more than that. Now these guys are connected to the battery. I have a liner, which is this fellow here. It's made by a company called Gerbings. And this fellow has a thermostat, and it warms you up, not just the upper body, but then you have the pants that be connected, and your gloves, electric gloves. So it's an expensive proposition, but it's an option. You have the option. So you can, once you have something like this, you can ride a motorcycle at 10 degrees below zero and get by with it. You might have a little cold fingers or something like that, but I've ridden in extremely cold weather in the United States, and I had this fellas on, and I got by with it. If you have a pair of ski pants, a jacket like that with some kind of a thermal underwear shirt underneath your shirt, and not so much a scarf, but like a sort of a bandana, on your neck, a kind of warm one, and a full face, you'll be fine. As far as brands here that you can rely on, especially in Europe, that would be Revit, Dianaz. I think it's a company called Heat or Red or something like that. A good company to go to is the Visor shop. That's the website. You can Google that, or you can travel to Newry and go to a shop called Crossan Motorcycles, which is the same company for the Visor shop. It's pretty much that, and that applies to gloves as well. It's a good company for gloves. And the brand Revit, especially the Alaskan GTX, they're great products. I've had them for many years, and they're nothing but reliable, year in and year out. You spend the money, if you get the good quality, it will easily last you 15 to 20 years. And I think 15, 20 years on motorcycle equipment or any kind of clothing, it's a pretty good bet. Anyway, so gloves. The purpose of gloves and gauntlets: never be tempted to ride without hand protection. Different materials, including new high-tech materials, and to avoid hands becoming extremely cold, the carpal tunnel thing problem. This will affect your ability to maintain the highest level of concentration. And the use of handlebar muffs. They're functional, but they are ugly as hell. And heated handlebar grips and heated inner gloves. Heated gloves are functional. They work fine. I have them, and I have had them for, gosh, 17, 18 years now. And they're always reliable. Now, heated handlebar grips, well, I've never had it before until I got this BMW motorcycle that happens to have, and they work. They warm up pretty much the palm of your hand, but the top still gets kind of cold. So you would still need a kind of a hefty glove. Always wear a glove that has what's called a gauntlet. And the gauntlet kind of goes over your sleeve and protects your whole arm from getting cold air that would run all the way up, and that's a mess. You start out with a winter glove with a gauntlet, which is fine, but you will realize that it warms up. You need a different glove. For very hot summer, shorty leather glove, because you should never ever ride a motorcycle without a glove. But you need a glove that will be good for, let's say, late fall, winter, early spring. It's still pretty darn good, cold. And then you need a glove that will be, still with a gauntlet, especially, in Ireland anyway, which the weather is still quite unpredictable. So you will need a glove that will cover late spring, summer, and early fall. And then the third one would be the shorty, but that's my recommendation anyway. Anyway, thank you very much for your patience, so thank you.